Hello everyone, how are y'all doing? I want to welcome you back to Kathy's Creole Kitchen. Today we're going to be making something pretty darn good. Sock it to me cupcakes. I'm sure you all have heard of sock it to me cake. Well, we're going to do a cupcake version today. And let me give you the ingredients. The first thing you're going to do is preheat the oven 375 degrees. You're going to get some cupcake pans. You're going to line them with cupcake liners. And here are the ingredients. You're gonna need a box of yellow cake mix. We're gonna need a cup of pecans. You know, I always parch my pecans, so that's a cup of parched pecans. You're gonna need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of dry cake mix, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna dump it all in here in the pecans. The 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, the 2 tablespoons of reserved dry cake mix, and the 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So we're gonna set this to the side for a second. And then what we're gonna add to the mixer is the rest of the cake mix, the yellow cake mix. We're gonna add that to the mixing bowl. And we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/3 cup of oil, 1/3 cup of oil. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of water. Put that, oops, I forgot my spatula. Just a second. Sorry about that. Okay, I got my trusty little spatulas. And we're gonna do 4 eggs, but you know me, I want to mix my eggs all together. So let me get my eggs all mixed together. Get them all mixed, broken up, kind of incorporate the white with the yellow. And we're gonna add, finally, we're gonna add the 4 eggs to the mixture. And a very important thing, 1 cup of sour cream. I use Daisy sour cream because it's just better to me. It's what I grew up using, seen used in my household, and it's just good. I've tried others, but I always come back to Daisy. We're gonna put this entire cup of, because this is a cup, it's 8 ounces. We're gonna put that entire cup of sour cream in the mixing bowl, like so. Get it all in there. And then we're gonna put it down, and we're just gonna turn it on low so we can combine the ingredients so they don't scatter. And then we're going, once they're mixed, blended together, I'm gonna up the speed to medium, and I'm gonna do it for a 1.5 minutes. But in the meantime, I'm going to take the cup, I used a cup and a 1/4 of pecans because I just like to err on the side of caution. I like more pecans. I've got a cup and a 1/4 of pecans, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of dry cake mix, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna turn that all around in the bowl so that we can get it all mixed together. Because this is gonna go in the center of the cupcakes once we get that blended there. So you see how the ingredients, let me show it to you. You see how the ingredients are coating the pecans? You want to get this all nicely coated on here, on these pecans, because this is going to go right in the center of the cupcakes, just like it does in the sock it to me cake. But this is a quick and easy version with the cake mix. You don't have to pre-measure your cake and do all that. You just get your box of cake mix and you're good to go. So we're getting all that mixed in like that. I think the cake mix is blended. So let's turn it off. See, let's take a look. Yummy. Okay, yeah, we got it. It's all scraped down. So we're gonna get this all scraped off of here, just like so. And for me, it's kind of difficult for me to measure how much to put in a cupcake, thing. So my cupcakes might come out a little uneven, but I promise you they're delicious. So let me possibly get a big spoon, say like this, and try to make them more even. So I got my pre-done cupcake pans right there. Okay, we're gonna get that. Alrighty, now we're gonna just spoon some mixture into the cupcakes. And I'm going to do these probably 2/3 full if I can get them. So let me get these all filled, 2/3 full, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, so I have the cake mix spooned into the cupcake holders as best I could, and now this is gonna require me to do this with my hands, I think, because I just wanna get a perfect amount in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of the pecan mixture that's got the brown sugar and the reserve cake mix and the cinnamon, and I'm gonna put some on top of each cupcake. Now, normally in a cake, it kind of goes to the bottom, but you flip it over, and we're not flipping this one over because the cupcakes, the fat part, the dome is gonna be on the right side up. So we're just gonna put all of this on here, on each one. We're gonna cover it with the reserve. Make sure the cupcake is completely covered. Like so. Put some of the little dust, the little sprinkling powder on each of the cupcakes. Yep, like so. Got them all nice and pretty looking. And let's do that. It smells so good. I wish you could smell it. I always say when I'm baking stuff that's very fragrant, I wish we had smell-o-vision, because you guys would be just over the moon from the smell. It smells so delicious. It reminds me of my grandma's kitchen from when she would cook, because the smells were just so wonderful. It brings back wonderful childhood memories. And guys, let me ask you, are you baking the recipes that I'm putting out here every week? I need you to make the recipes and give me some feedback. Let me know how you liked it. Let me know if your family liked it. Let me know what you would change. And subscribe to my page and like my videos, and invite your friends to subscribe to my page, because the more followers I have, the more I want to do this. So now I've got the cupcakes with the pecans in it. Now I'm just going to add a little dollop more of cake mix on top. Just one little dollop. I don't want to put too much. Just like that, so that it'll merge with it. We're just gonna put a dollop on each cupcake, and it'll smooth out in the heat. So just put another little dollop on each one, just like that, not too much. Just a little dollop. That way when you bite into this wonderful cupcake, it's gonna taste so good. I mean, just marvelous. And they're gonna look a little different because of the way I'm doing the dollop on top. That on there, right there. And the last little dollop right there. All right, so now that I'm all dolloped up, got everything on now, let's see how they look. They look like that with just a little dollop on top, and we're gonna pop it in the oven for 18 minutes. It might be ready in 15 minutes, but we're gonna start off with 18 minutes. It might be ready sooner, and I'll test it after 15 minutes. So I'm gonna pop it in a 375-degree oven. I'm gonna put the timer on for 18 minutes. And that's it. And so once it comes out the oven, I'll get back to you and we'll make the frosting. Okay, the timer's going off. So Whew, that's pretty hot. Let's turn that timer off. Oh, they look wonderful. Let's set them there for you, and I gotta turn the oven back on because I had a little extra batter, so I made a few more. So I gotta put it for a few more minutes, 4 more minutes. Alrighty, so here you have it. You have the Sakatumi cake cupcakes, and once they cool, we are going to make the frosting to pour over it. It's just the powdered sugar glaze, but we have to let these cook, and I think cool. They're gonna have to cool for about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, because you don't want to pour the frosting, the glaze over it, because it'll all just melt down to the side. But they did come out wonderfully pretty, and you can see the pecans sticking out from in between, because I just dolloped, and a couple of them don't really show the pecans, but it's just a little enhancement. So when people see them, they're gonna be like, yum. So let's let these cool for a while, and then I'll get the ingredients back for the glaze, and I'll give you the ingredients and we'll glaze them. So, but again, make sure you ask your friends to tell them about Kathy's Creole Kitchen and the recipes I post all the time, and let them know that there's new recipes, new ways to make things. I'm always posting something new. So let's just let these cool off, and then I'll get back to you and we'll do the final step. Okay, so I think they've cooled enough. I've got them sitting on right here. They're cooling. So I'm gonna put a little milk. Let's try. This is 1 cup of powdered sugar. And we're gonna do a tablespoon of milk. And let's stir it around and see how thick it is. Still too thin, too thick. Pour a little more in there. Just add a little bit at a time. I have 1/3 of a cup of milk because I want to make it the right consistency. So, still not enough. Put a little more. You just keep adding a little bit by little bit. Don't add it all at once, because then it'll be too watery for you. So let's take a look. Stir it around in there so you can see it. Still a little thick. Yeah. Well, let's see. Here's one of the cupcakes. Just kind of drizzle it on there. See what happens. Still a little thick. A little thick. Put a little more milk. Because you want to drizzle all down the sides and things. That looks pretty good. It's drizzling, but not as much as I want. Here's another cupcake. Let's get it drizzled on there, so it'll drizzle on down. Yeah, that's better, because this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to just drizzle on down. So let me get all these frosted, and then we'll taste them. Okay, so I've got it frosted, and let me get them out of the way so I can cut one of the cupcakes. They're not completely cool yet, so we're just gonna get those out of the way. Here's one that I have frosted. This is how it looks. We're gonna cut it open. I'm gonna peel back the paper, if I can get a hold of it. There we go. Peel back the paper, and we're gonna cut it so you can see the inside of it. Right there. See? all of the delicious streusel filling on the inside, right there. So let's take a little bite and see how it is. Oh, so good. Came out perfect. Moist, delicious. Look at it. So good. So I urge all of you to make this. This is really good. And I like cupcakes better than cake because everybody gets their own individual cake. You know, they don't fuss about somebody's got a bigger piece, or they don't fight over the last piece. In this case, oh, they excuse me, they'll be fighting over the last cupcakes. But I want to thank you again for joining Kathy's Creole Kitchen, and please join me for the next episode. And y'all have a great weekend. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.